Hello and welcome to another scene of Gotham by Night. Tonight we have some interesting things happening. We will start with Mr. Andrew Zillick, who wants to arrange a meeting for some of his new acquaintances. So take it away. You need to mute.
Well, Andrew has gotten himself a text message, uh, probably from Tatiana, asking him to collect his friend, we'll say. And he's also going to have a phone call to someone he hasn't talked to in a while, which would be Sabrina. And probably somewhere in the middle of making this phone call, he begins to form a question in his mind, which is the fact that he doesn't really know much about the spellcasters, and he's hoping he doesn't make an issue out of all this, but he's doing it. So, phone call.
It rings twice and she picks up. It's morning. What?
It's definitely not morning.
Oh. Then, yes, can I help you?
Hello again. It's Andrew.
Ah,
I know it's been a minute since we've spoken.
it has. Been meaning to talk to you about a few things.
Well, how about we have a chance at that? I'm on my way to collect another friend, and we were going to visit a local restaurant and make some plans.
Which restaurant?
Damn it, Edward. uh,
Big Bob's Diner.
Side
I
chat.
believe, yeah. I believe my friend said it was a Big Bob's Diner, and you can hear the eye rolling through the phone.
All right. Clickety click 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 click. The sound of her typing on her smartphone.
Good
Okay,
luck
I
finding
found
the
it.
website.
I used maps. I know it. I found it.
Oh yeah, the address was easy, but
Yeah.
good luck finding a website for the place. They're a bit of a hole in the wall, you might say.
Places I like.
Well, anyway, I'm going to collect my friend, and hopefully, if we get there first, we'll save a table.
How many of us?
Should be just the three, if I'm not mistaken.
Okay. I'll meet you at the diner.
Now this is when you get the text. But before. And the text will say, it's a request. If you could come by the club, I have something to ask of you, pretty much. Very formal, very friendly text. Nothing to worry about, you know? But you probably rolled your eyes at it, because, what does she want again?
I was under the impression she was already asking about recruiting help.
Well, no, you don't know about this yet. You have to go and see what he wants.
Okay, this is making things complicated.
But there will be, though, in the text that it will not take long. So, you know, just a heads up.
Right then, detour. No bridge. Detour instead. So he will head to the club.
Um,
Confused, but he's at the club.
yes, he's in the aviary. Well, she usually spends her time lately. So you will be pointed there.
That's a direction he goes, although he is a little bit. He is noticing a pattern. It seems that she's spending more and more of her time here as opposed to other places, but that's a judgment he'll keep to himself.
Well, yeah, there's probably a reason for that. But anyway, when Andrew gets in, she will greet him, of course. Good evening, Mr. Zilic. Sorry to uh, have informed you in such short notice. However, there are some things that have come up, and I may need your assistance in something.
Well, for having Otto for a boss, it seems I'm doing more work for you. What is it, though?
Well, the reason is because you have the skills to do it. You are a former police officer, after all. And what I need has to do with that, pretty much. Before we say anything, I want to make it clear that that's very, very confidential.
As most things are. Yes. Fine.
So I would like this to be kept between the two of us. I am in need of some information regarding a mutual acquaintance.
Okay.
Uh, remember from the sushi bar, Miss Rachel Morgan? I need leverage. I need to make sure that I have her allegiance, if you know what I mean. So if you can find anything I can use, I would appreciate that very much.
Well, other than. Uh, well, I suppose there's only so much that you can't use, really. Nothing that wouldn't link back to attention where it's not needed, but all right.
Well, I'm looking about the things that are not known, not about the things that are known. Everyone has skeletons. I want to know what are hers. And you can name your price on that too.
Well, let me try to find out if it's even possible first.
Well, you have that uh, friend of yours. The one who's, let's say, housely challenged.
All
Forgive
right.
you.
Yeah.
What was
I'll
his name? Mr. Green? Yes.
I suppose I'll have a chat with him too.
This is
What
important to me, but I assure you that I don't mean to cause her any harm or use this information to her detriment. It's simply for leverage and for assurances.
All right then. I'll talk to him. I'll think about it and we'll see.
Do let me know. And please keep this between us.
Naturally, it seems secrets are just another aspect of business.
Everyone has them. Nothing strange.
And with that, he will excuse himself and get back on the road.
And she'll get back on her bird and send a message to Anthony, actually, requesting a meeting as well. But more on that later. For now, let's see what the others do.
Well, Andrew was thinking that he was going to drive by Edward's bridge because it's the only place he knows where he could find him. And even that's not a guarantee.
You could get lucky, and we can skip the diner part.
Oh no,
It's
he's
just
still he's
yeah,
still going to the diner.
yeah,
He's
I-
just
yeah.
he's just thinking to give Edward a ride because he doesn't have a phone. So he kind of pulls up to the bridge and spies Edward sitting somewhere, I guess.
Eddie's place is hidden underneath the ground, actually. But the fun part is, if you start scouting around up top, it make an awareness. Well, no, don't roll dice. But what's your awareness check to notice stealth?
If
Wits is, or there's not a perception in this one, is there?
no,
It's in wits and awareness.
it's wits and composure. It's only 5 dice in his particular
Oh,
case.
There's no more awareness.
Nope. What's
No.
composure?
How many dice you have?
Just the 5.
I've got 5. So you probably hear me as I get up next to you. You might hear a scrape of a manhole cover, and turn your head, and Eddie comes up. And in fact, if you look around, you might notice some boxes, leading to, and stuff like that. And a handful of different signs are laid up against one section of broken down wall.
You You busy tonight, buddy?
Nope. Did you find it all right?
Not quite. This is more of a
Good.
planning session, we'll say.
I'm free.
Oh, you mean
The
your
place.
bridge? Yeah, I found the bridge easy enough. Wait, you live down there?
It's a good place.
Okay. All right, Eddie. I'm gonna try not to judge right now. Um,
Business then, is it? I go over, look at some. He goes over, looks at some signs, and then kind of shrugs. There's no reason to carry him around. I might need to go do stuff, and the signs will get probably in the way. And I can always walk back and get my sign, which I'm used to doing anyway. You wanna? I ain't eat yet. You like pancakes?
yeah, that was the plan.
I start walking toward where your car is, which is interesting enough because I know where your car is.
Well, yeah, it's parked out in the open.
Oh, well, then never mind. It's not that interesting. Yeah, I figure Eddie's got enough little correspondence in prime words. If something of supernatural gets close, I get little tingles. But I don't know about that yet. Have to ask Brandon. Back in character. Get in car. What kind of car you drive?
BRB getting more coffee.
Coffee!
Um, well, I don't know if Eddie saw his first car. It was something Eddie might drive, actually, if he had a car. Uh, he has since bought a new car because one out of resources is wonderful,
Woo-woo.
and he's paying it off steadily.
Nope, just get in the car, say nothing.
Andrew starts driving because that's where he's going.
Anyone else?
Well, I gave a call to Sabrina. Haven't talked with her in probably a week. I figured she needs an update.
Sabrina. It kind of gives you a weird look. I know a Sabrina in town.
Yeah, she does what you do,
I haven't
kind
met
of.
her. She's with a different house. She's got a good rep.
I kind of didn't think about that. Um, no problems then?
Nope.
All right, good. I wouldn't want to turn the diner into a lightning bolt throwing contest or what have you.
Then I'll wait. Is this job for you or for the Queen Fang?
Well, I thought it was just going to be a catch-up session, but she just made a rather interesting request. Fang, that is.
Tatiana.
I can't remember if Eddie has ever met. She was referring to the were spider, yes?
No, I was referring to Tatiana.
No, to the wolf mother.
Oh. Oh, that's even worse. God, what is she thinking?
I'm gonna text you sometime.
All right. I can't recall if Eddie's been to the sushi shop, and I'm going to guess. I don't think so.
I've probably been outside it. Possibly around, but not around back. You don't want to eat sushi out of a dumpster.
I don't think I'd want to eat anything out of a dumpster, Eddie. What? Oh boy.
Oh, sorry, that was not in character. That was just
No, it wasn't. But I'm just saying, like,
yeah,
if
yeah,
he mentioned it, he's like, "I don't go back there. It's bad."
yeah. You don't want sushi out of a dumpster, man. You got a few minutes to eat that shit. Cats.
Yeah.
Cats. I don't know. Anyway, yeah.
Anyway, we'll get you some actual food. We'll do some talking, and I guess
Well, pancakes.
that's
Bombs.
that's the favor she wants from you.
Okay. Favor.
Well, you did say that you were good with the scrying, I think was the word you used.
It's a trick. I've got a few more. But yeah, information gathering is information gathering is what I'm good at.
She's looking for leverage. I don't.
That means dirt on someone else.
Sure. I just. Fine. It's one of the games she likes to play. I suppose I owe that much to her.
Let's just talk about it all at once. We'll wait till the other people are there. No reason going through it twice. Unless Steve is misunderstood, are we going to meet the other two guys?
Andrew is on his way to Big Bob's to meet with Sabrina because she's been away for a while, like himself, and he wants to give her updates.
No.
Also, she's pleasant.
Oh, I understand. Rude. Sit.
I believe he's stepped away to grab more coffee, though. So,
And I'm back.
Welcome back.
hey, good timing.
So, we at the diner now?
That's the idea.
Sabrina will be sitting at a table looking at the door. She's fairly attractive, well put together. The Mr. Green, you get the tingle of active magic.
Noted. And yeah, as soon as we get the door, I kind of I just lightly touch Andrew's arm like someone's here already. I can smell it. Oh, it is pleasantly surprising to see you two.
Do you
I don't know Sabrina, but I know of Sabrina. I assume just because
yeah.
we're mages, but not in the same
Yeah.
class. There's I'm assuming there's not enough mages. There's enough mages where we probably know each other on site.
Yeah, or at least name and description.
Yeah.
But tingling your mage sight is around Sabrina. I have an active prime effect.
Eddie has nothing.
Okay.
Well, technically I have a sympathetic link to Haunt for easy correspondence, but I don't think that would show up.
No, that won't show up. Sympathetic.
Yeah.
No, there's active magic.
The only thing that Sabrina might notice about Andrew is that he cleans up well. He looks a lot better than he did the last time she saw him.
Marvelous.
Striking looks will do that for you.
And Sabrina's immaculate. Immaculately put together and composed.
When Andrew notices Sabrina and the other gentleman, I get a little confused because they're not sitting in my normal booth. So automatically Eddie starts walking to a very back booth on the other side, and then gets obviously torn. It's like, ugh. Everything starts following Eddie over. That just feels weird. Hey, Bob. Eddie! Eddie stops and pats another gentleman on the side. Hey, Carl. Thank you again, Eddie. Eddie says nothing and continues on. Eddie's faint.
Andrew is looking at Sabrina and shrugging, like, I guess we're going over here now.
No, I go over to where you all are because
Yeah. Sabrina had a table for 3.
Oh,
Oh.
fair enough.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Well, it's still a 4 top, so.
Nod.
She smiles when she sees Andrew. Good to see you again.
Likewise. Things have been rough the last week.
Been busy with work. Oh, I do have Pierce Deception active. So I instantly recognize any lies, and like if if you've dyed your hair, using makeup to cover a scar, colored
Andrew is
contacts,
going
like
to
that.
make he's going to make a joke. And I go something like, "Oh, I just got thrown backwards in time. It was an adventure."
Does that ping as a lie?
No, it doesn't.
She nods. Well, that's fun and exciting.
Oh, you're telling me. So, he'll have a seat. Probably order some coffee. Ow. Well,
Debbie's sipping her coffee.
Real quick, I got a question. Anthony's not here? No. Oh, it's just us 3. Okay, I thought Sabrina was waiting with Anthony, and me and Andrew was going to be those 2. I'm sorry.
oh,
I'm stupid. Sit down. You're Miss Sabrina. Heard good things.
Well, thank you. I don't think we've met.
Adamantite order.
Pleasure.
He doesn't like do any shaking hands or anything.
Yeah. I am I'm one of the alchemists of my order. Free counselor. If you need anything.
I nod my head, like that's really interesting and cool, and I have if you have any insight, I have no idea what you do. I don't understand it. It's wow, yeah.
well, I came here looking to give you updates. And, oh boy. I came to give you some updates, Sabrina, and to talk to Edward about a request, I suppose. I don't suppose you've met the owner of the Velvet Rose.
That would be who? I meet a lot of people, given my nature in business.
Tatiana Krebchenko.
I don't think so.
She's how do I well, needless to say, if you've met her, forgetting her would be very difficult. Anyway, she was also present when it comes to the event a week ago. So I've been in contact. She's with a group that calls themselves Invictus. One of their members hired me, you might say.
Okay. 2?
Two? Not a lot just yet. If anything, I've just been sitting and watching them play games. Personally, it's becoming frustrating.
Latin term.
Anyway,
Okay.
anyway,
As a
I
side
was
note,
just
without saying anything, waitress comes over and puts Eddie down a black coffee and a gigantic stack of pancakes. And I look at you, I look at her and go, Jenny, I can pay. And reach for her pocket and goes, you never have to pay here, Eddie. And then she walks away. But she'll take orders from Andrew, though.
Angel will order some food as well. Nothing out of the ordinary.
Sabrina gets just a burger placed down in front of her, some fries, and she eats it with a fork and knife.
Well,
So what? So what can I do for you to help? I had some questions about the Civic Center.
oh, I wasn't going to ask for help unless you were bored, I guess. What about the Civic Center, though? That was an interesting.
I never got a chance to run around, take a
Oh,
look at it.
yes, that's true. One of the officers at the time mentioned that that wasn't the first hit from that gang.
Mhm.
I was able to take a look around. Wasn't much to see, really. They had the dismantled bomb, police taped off lines. Wasn't much for me to really look at until I had a peek, we'll say, at a different time.
Mm-hmm.
I was able to observe the gang bringing in the bomb piece by piece. I was able to observe the gang making a big show of unveiling the bomb, everyone panicking. And I was able to observe a curious figure walk all the way across the center to place a mysterious item under the bench that I was sitting on, as if he knew I was going to be sitting there. Somehow.
Bomb might have been a distraction.
Well, it certainly got my attention. The item itself wasn't all that interesting. It was just one of his question mark trophies with a riddle.
Oh.
The riddle led me to the museum where we were attacked. Well, I should say myself. Another subject of my investigation. And, incidentally, someone related to the favor I've been asked. After that, I can just say the Riddler's been more or less a constant annoyance and a danger since then.
He's tossed him into Gotham River.
He keeps GPD on their toes, keeps them distracted.
Eddie looks up at Sabrina. Has your team found anything out about those clever little bastards with the sensors that were at the big unveiling for that reactor?
About the what?
The guys that were doing the symptomatics, finding out all the supernaturals, all the night.
Now I
They were
have. They were
they were
cops.
counting us.
They
Yeah,
were, they were performing a census, and it was.
alarming. They come
Good
after
thing
Well,
I.
both of us. They come
Good.
after us all.
They do.
they were dressed like cops anyway. I'm beginning to think otherwise.
Oh, prima facie evidence and all.
I want info on that. You want get info on that? I owe him a big favor.
Well, I've taken extra precautions to make sure I don't stand out among the people.
Was that Sabrina?
Yeah,
Look at you kind of interestingly. A trick or
she kind of makes uh, the magic hand sign, just wiggles her fingers and tosses and moves her hand from like right to left.
okay, that damn it. Let's go ahead and pop open Prime One Vision and just can I see what spheres you're using? I.e., I want to see if I can duplicate it, even though the answer is probably no.
Um, I have.
Is there a road or something you've developed to kind of like hide yourself or your magic or
It is my aura looks veiled, or my aura looks human.
ah?
But you will see, like, I do have kind of glowing eyes. You can assume that it's probably from that active prime effect you felt.
Mhm.
The Yeah, it's a simple statement of fact that I've woven into the universe. She smiles.
Neat. Might be handy. Hey, Eddie makes a note and looks at Eddie. Now, what you need? You tell me what you need, and I'll name you payment.
Well, do you know the owner of the sushi shop downtown?
Not personally.
Our our mutual friend has asked me to collect leverage.
Are they a super? Or I'm sorry, rewind. He would not say that. Are they a night people? That's what I call everybody.
Yes,
What kind?
as I understand it, she's a bit of a wolf in sheep's clothing.
Oh, sometimes they get different spirits.
Out of my jurisdiction, my kind doesn't do too well with that section of the world.
As I understand it, that goes for herself and her son.
Her son. But okay, mental note. Write it down.
I mean, as far as Andrew is aware.
Are they looking for? Are they looking for incriminating mortal dirt for civilized world, for the secular world, or weaknesses, entry?
She wants leverage to keep her friendly, I think, is the idea. Now, something that Tatiana actually pointed out. There might be possible family ties you could look into, Edward. She's a shifter, which means she's not going to have full club membership, but I met a particular kindred will say they shared the same last name.
Huh. And not a coincidence. There are a lot of there's way more people than last names. Can I give you the look? Have you checked that out yet? I mean, there's a lot of
Andrew hasn't. Andrew hasn't looked into it, no. But more, what he's saying is that he has met an individual who is a full vampire who has membership in the Invictus, and she shares the same last name as this shifter.
Invictus is one of the high end kindred groups, right?
You could say that
Hey,
they have lofty goals. Yes.
you have insight. Edward did not know that. That was a shot in the dark, and thank you for that little tidbit. Ka-ching.
Ding ding.
Nuts it down. Okay. Any? No. I was about to ask if does he have any dangerous allies, but that's not. I don't care. That's not part of the bargain. If there is, I fucking deal with it. All right. It's a supernatural. You're looking for dirt, information, ways to hold something over top of them. Maybe for the secular world, maybe for the supernatural. It's a goddamn wolf shifter, right? Those things are mean, or can be. Take it by
From what I've seen in person, yes, she can be dangerous if she wants to be.
I'll give her 5 days of surveillance, or up to 5 days of surveillance. I might be able to get it all sooner, but probably not. Because you got to be safe.
She wasn't exactly specific on why, but
That's the reason why I'm going to need a little extra time to give you any kind of definite information. I got to hit all kinds of different avenues. You know what I mean? Now I got to look at secular business ties. I got to look at personal human ties, the supernatural community ties.
Got things to do.
Yeah, the narrower you give me, the less time it'll take.
well, let's think here for a moment. I guess since Andrew is already connecting dots, let's assume for a moment that he can connect the dots in between William and his mother, and connect the dots that William appears to be seeing Tatiana. The missing link would be the idea that she doesn't approve.
Um,
Put down the little pencil and look at him. Is this a love triangle?
Could have been, but it's not. In case you were worried.
Scribble, scribble. Wouldn't be the first time. All this. Scribble, scribble.
Anyway, my personal guess is that Tatiana is trying to smooth things over, and she's willing to use leverage to do it.
well,
Understood.
It's interesting, though, that the mother might have ties with the Invictus. That's...
Scribble, scribble.
um,
I might. Is she available? Is Miss Tatiana available for a sit down? 30 minutes, 15 minutes. Not necessarily today, but the next day or so.
I'm sure she would have plenty to ask you about.
Is she worried about? Well, I might be able to. I might be able to get in touch with you about that. But here's what I'm gonna need. Give me 5 days, maximum. But hopefully I can finish it faster. Now, one, that was the lead. Here, let me give you a lead up. This is the point where you probably want to say cash. And we're like, no cash. As soon as you get it over the mouth, don't deal with it. Don't like it. Keeps losing it. It doesn't make any sense to me. I need a new grapple aperture gun. One of those cool new models with the liquid carbonate fiber. And a new lockpick set. Can you get it?
I'll make a note. I imagine with her connections, that wouldn't be difficult to do at all.
Give me 4 toss phones for calls. Burner phones. And who's my contact on this? You.
I suppose it is me, yes.
He looks at you and gives you a knowing look, and then looks down at his pad and with his pencil and kind of hovers your digits.
Angel will hand him over.
Jot, jot, jot. Miss Sabrina, do you have any work that needs to be done?
Not right now.
You all could probably take care of yourself with some kind of crazy mechanisms.
Yes. Me and mine, we have our ways to take care of ourselves.
Eddie is a little bit in awe of that particular house. Because they tinker with magic. Y'all do some weird, crazy stuff.
Mm-hmm.
As I can tell, that's what mages do in general, is some weird, crazy stuff.
Eddie doesn't even think his stuff is magic. But he's a little messed up.
Well, Sabrina, I did come here to answer questions, seeing as we haven't spoken in about a week.
Yeah. So all that you found at the Civic Center was just a trophy, a fake bomb.
Oh no, the bomb wasn't fake. It was just disarmed before it could do anything.
Gotcha.
I think they were trying to pull attention in different directions on purpose.
Mm-hmm. Well then, that makes sense. Anything else about the Civic Center?
Not really.
Okay. Short-term aspiration resolved.
Sabrina, have you
Yes.
bumped on that Wayne Tech arc reactor? When I was there, it was lit up something fierce with magics.
Yeah, it was. I didn't get a chance to get my hands on it long enough.
Is that something we need to worry about?
I don't think so. If
I know we're not supposed to let our kind of secrets out for the. That's. I was just kind of, worried.
I think it'll be all right.
I think I can transition to the next part.
Yep.
Okay, back to the club then. And I'm assuming Anthony's arriving. You there, Jason?
In
Yeah.
In the whole meantime, Anthony will have got a text that Mistress Tatiana would like to have a talk. and he will have texted her back saying, "I'm free and on my way." And thus he arrives, stripping a trench coat off him and putting it in the guardrobe, looking around at the security and just saying, "Your boss wanted to chat with me."
Well, they will point you to the aviary.
Fair enough. Uh, he'll walk over there.
And she sits there reading, as she does a lot lately.
Hmm. He'll find himself a seat, ideally across from her. Sit down, get comfortable. You wish to speak with me?
She'll close the book with a sigh. Yes, good evening, Mr. Volante.
Good evening, Mistress Tatiana.
It has to do with what we discussed the other night. Well, it seems I have a bit more specific information. And I want to try to resolve the matter. It seems that the wolf kind know things they shouldn't and are meddling with affairs that aren't their business, quite frankly. But now at least I know how it happened. And you can actually see that she's visibly pretty sad about the whole affair. Like, yeah, she's not very happy about the events of the last few nights.
He looks at her with that typical guy's expression of, "I don't really know how to react to that." I see. And how? Well, I would assume I am supposed to be involved in this somehow.
Well, I do find myself in need of some help, and seeing as you are technically the only person that is a bit more privy to this information and knows exactly what I'm talking about. And from what I understand, you have more aces up your sleeves than you let known. You may be able
It
to help.
it comes with the territory of being what I am.
Understandably.
I would dare say that is probably not that different for you either.
Well, yes, but I expect that our expertise are in different fields.
Hmm. So, what exactly would you want from me?
Well, first of all, I need to give you a bit more information about the specifics of the
Yes,
situation.
please.
Of course, I expect this to be absolutely confidential and between the two of us.
Of course.
Well, it seems that we have been betrayed by none other by William's wolf mother, Rachel.
You see, if it were possible for this albino to be more white, he would.
I would like
Continue.
to resolve matters with her. I was under the impression that she was an ally, But then this happens, and I'll find myself being hunted by her kind.
Mm,
I
if you
want
don't mind
to.
me being candid, I would like to say something on the matter.
Yeah, please go ahead.
Now, due to my keen nose, I couldn't help but notice that whenever William left your office, that your scent was very strong on him. Now,
Yeah,
what
said
you
as
do
much.
on your time is not much of my business. I could understand why his mother might not be, let's just say, jumping in circles with joy. But you say you're being hunted. That does seem a tad extreme.
Well, a challenge was issued to William,
Oh,
and he made it very clear that I was in danger. So it is not an exaggeration. I'm not in the habit of exaggerating facts.
no, I meant that it would have been an exaggerated reaction on the part of the wolf folk.
Well, if they're zealots, that's how they react. In any case, I wish to negotiate.
Hmm.
I don't
I
see
take.
having any better chance.
Uh-huh. So, trying to do it the diplomatic route has been closed off. I take it. Actually, trying to invite her over and you know have a talk.
Yes, however, in order to do that, I need to have some leverage. I need to make sure that, if not be more for her to be more supportive, to at least not make things worse.
Hmm. 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 Pardon my impertinence, but have you been? Have you done something to William that you shouldn't have?
Like what?
Ha! I'm sorry.
Mm, maybe something involving your blood?
How would that be relevant?
Mm, I just remembered some very old warnings my mother used to tell me about kindred.
Believe me, any connection between me and William is mutual. If anything, it's a bit worse for me.
Hmm. Does she seem genuine? I'm not doing a roll for this. This
No,
is purely on,
she is honest about this.
on.
She's not gonna
Hmm.
tell you that they're bound, but
Mm, hmm.
the
Hmm.
fact that it's worse for her is true.
I see. Still not quite sure what you did, but after all, I'm not
In any
being.
case, it's not like she would know that, but the very fact that, well, how do I put it? We're fraternizing, I suppose, is not something that they
It's
approve of.
it's. Fe- well, I can't speak for all changers, But yeah, it definitely would have been frowned upon if I would be in his position. That's all I can say on the matter. Okay, so with that, I I'm only saying that because I actually care a bit for you. Um, it normally tends to be unwise to anger wolves. They have quite the temper, to say the least.
I believe we're way past that point.
That is true. But I guess I'll see what I can do. I'm no expert on such matters, but yeah, so what exactly would you like me to do? Let's get to the center of this.
I need to find something about her that I can use to make sure that I have her allegiance. I don't wish to use anything against her, I wouldn't want that. Not because I care about her, but because I care about William.
Hmm.
But I need to make sure that she doesn't do any more damage and that she doesn't betray me again.
You're talking of betrayal, so I take it that before there was a mutual understanding going?
I was under the assumption that she was an ally.
Ah, yes, assumptions. They make an ass of you and me. Oscar Wilde.
Well, here's the thing, when my friends were attacked at her bar, I
Oh?
received a I received a warning, not directly from her, but from one of her people, going by her word. So I assumed that this means that at least he's not an enemy.
Hmm, understood. So you would like me to find some dirt on her, maybe see if I can uncover any skeletons in her closet, I assume.
Yes,
I'm slightly surprised that you come to me with this request. Only slightly.
to be fair, I have requested more people, but you know more about the whole situation. So maybe you
Hmm.
understand more the importance of this and the urgency of it.
I can't give any promises on this. Apart from that,
I don't need
I
any
won't.
promises,
But I can give it a try and see what I can find.
and that's all I'm asking. And do not worry, I pay well for whatever information you can find.
Hmm. I would say the primary payment would be to avoid any unnecessary bloodshed if possible.
That is my goal as well. However, I don't think that this is something attainable. After all, a challenge has been issued, and he has until the next moon, I believe, to
Yes.
appear.
Yes, that would be in keeping with their customs. All right. I won't say no to the extra bonus if I'm able to dig up anything useful. I, well, I, I guess you could say I wouldn't be a good friend if I wouldn't at least say that blackmailing a wolf could come to. No, I shall not use that idiom. That's too obvious. um, come back and give you grief. Forced allegiance. Mm. But I'll give it a try. I have spoken my piece. Is there anything else you need from me, mistress?
No, I think we're good for the time being, unless you need anything. Of course, you can feel free to drink whatever you want at the bar.
I will want to keep a clear head on this matter, but thank you for the offer. I might grab myself a club sandwich on the way out.
Please do so. And thank you for listening. I do appreciate it.
You're welcome. And with that, he'll very unceremoniously stand up, walk out, order himself a club sandwich, and once it has arrived, he'll wrap it and leave the building.
Tatiana will go back to reading. Because we're sads. What about the rest of y'all?
Eat our pancakes, about to say, and then I think I wish Sabrina a nice night and remind everyone again, if anyone finds out anything about those damn scanner people, let me know, and I'll owe you a big one. Tell Andrew to meet me later on this evening at some point, and uh, I'll pick up my phones. Then you can talk to whoever about my gun, and if the deal's on, we're good. Does that sound good, guys?
Andrew?
Sounds good.
That would break up.
Yeah, that sounds like the plan.
Night, Bobby. Night, Eddie.
Nods. She nods and smiles. Have yourself a good night.
Any other discussions that Andrew may want to have with Sabrina, maybe, or something? Or we're
I think we're good.
Yeah,
okay.
mostly he was just trying to give her information.
Mhm.
Okay.
So,
Well, I guess we can then end this. Take it out of his misery. Thank you, players, for playing and watchers for watching. This has been another scene of Gotham by Night. We'll see you all next time.